It's time to learn the Pedal 5, aka the one-footed nose manual. I learned to step into it from a hang nothing, and I think that's the best way to go about learning it if possible. The transition is going to be difficult if you run your seat low, so you may even want to think about raising your seat when you work on it in the beginning. From the hang nothing position, you put your foot on the pedal and push forward on the bars as you simultaneously stand up, and lock your arms out as much as possible. Your pedal leg should be slightly bent, with your seat up against the inside of that leg for stability. That part is really important. The difficulty with the Pedal 5 is that as soon as you put your weight on the pedal, it will drive the back end toward the ground. So you have to push out far enough and get the bike more vertical to counteract that force. Mentally, it's scary at first because you don't want to flip forward. But if you want to master rolling the trick for a long distance, you'll have to be vigilant about keeping the bike vertical enough to almost flip forward. You have to keep pushing. Let's get that out of the way. Flipping forward. It's not as dangerous as it seems because at the point of flipping over, you're already up so high that you easily clear the handlebars and hit the ground running, like this. Back to rolling. When you aren't pushing hard enough and the bike starts to fall back down, you'll want to bend your pedal leg, compress your arms, and lean forward with your head and shoulders. Then you push your arms to the almost locked position again to bring the bike back up into place. When you're locked in, the majority of your balance will be handled by your leg dangling out behind you. Some guys roll it with their balance leg hanging more toward the ground, but I think it's more effective to push higher and get that leg up and back. Otherwise, it puts more stress on your shoulders. The pop-up ride-in was very difficult at first. I find it best to start with your balance leg on the back peg. That way you get more room to compress your legs and shove your hips and body weight forward, as well as having the pedal already set in position. I recommend moving your palms downward on the grips so you're actually pushing behind the bars with the butt of your palms, like this. Compress your legs, bending your knees and moving your hips toward the back pegs. Then spring forward with your hips and push with your arms to get the back wheel to leave the ground. Your head should already be looking well over the bars. As this happens, you will simultaneously leave the peg with your balance leg and bend your pedal leg at the knee, taking your weight off the pedal and start extending your arms. Getting your weight off the peg and the pedal is similar to a bunny hop feeling. You're almost jumping off the bike for a bit and then pushing the bike up to meet your body. It's more about timing than force. At first, it'll feel physically difficult and the back wheel will immediately come back to the ground over and over again. But getting the timing of the weight transition makes it feel nearly effortless. As it pops up, you start locking your arms. Your balance leg should extend outward behind you. You're trying to find that lock-in position quickly with the least amount of struggle possible. Finally, they're certainly easier in a straight line, so I highly recommend learning in that way. That's it. Pedal 5.